Welcome to Thriller Recaps. Today, I am explaining the movie Extinction, explaining every scene as it happens. Watch till the end, and please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this. Peter offers to leave work early to spend time with his family. Their younger daughter, Lucy, asks if her teenage sister, Hannah, will join them. Peter confirms she will. He then asks his wife, Alice, where Hannah is, and Alice tells him that Hannah is in the elevator, working as usual. When Peter finds Hannah in the elevator, they are joined by another resident, Ray. Hannah asks Ray if she can visit his daughter, Megan, later at his apartment. Peter interrupts, saying they have planned a family night together. He invites Hannah to join them, apologizing for being distant lately. Hannah is curious about their plans, which makes her agree to join. At work, Peter, who is an engineer, experiences a vision that distracts him and causes him to crash a machine. His boss, David, offers him the contact information for a clinic that specializes in sleep and stress issues. Peter initially declines but asks to leave early, which David approves. Peter then takes the contact information. Meanwhile, Alice impresses her boss at work and asks for permission to leave early, which he grants. Peter has a frightening vision, which causes him to faint. When he wakes up, it's already late. He rushes out and, after buying a telescope from an antique store, sees strange lights in the sky. At home, Alice tucks Lucy into bed, who is disappointed that her dad didn't come home early as promised. When Peter returns, Alice expresses her disappointment in him for failing their daughters. Peter explains what happened at work and the strange experience he had. Alice tells Peter that he isn't okay and needs help. Peter responds that his concerns would be dismissed as not real. That night, he wakes up from a nightmare of a war, seeing people being killed and Lucy crying for her mom. The next morning, he tries to talk to the girls, but Hannah walks away, uninterested. He fixes Lucy's toy, apologizing to her. Then he tells Alice that he has made an appointment to seek psychiatric help, which surprises her. After work, Peter visits the clinic for his appointment. There, he meets another patient who reveals that he is also having visions of something coming and mentions seeing the same lights. The patient says that the clinic has erased their memories of what's coming, which convinces Peter that his visions are real. As a result, Peter decides not to attend the appointment. When Peter gets home, Alice asks how the appointment went. He tells her he believes he is meant to see the visions, which leaves Alice disappointed. She reminds him to be present because they have guests coming over that night for her party. During the party, Peter goes to the balcony, away from the other guests. Alice becomes worried and asks Samantha, Ray's wife, to talk to Peter. While they are talking, the sky is suddenly filled with invading spaceships that open fire on the city, causing chaos and damage. Peter leaves Alice with Lucy and goes in search of Hannah, who might have gone to Ray and Samantha's apartment with Megan. Peter is saved by Ray from being shot as they search for Megan and Hannah. They don't find the girls in Ray's apartment, but they do locate them trapped inside an elevator. They sneak back to their apartments, evading the alien soldiers. Peter tells Alice that the alien soldiers are inside the building. Alice asks if he saw the invasion in his dreams and what happens next. Peter mentions that he saw David in his dreams and thinks they should go to the factory. Peter and Alice barricade their apartment with their sofa while they hear people being killed outside. Alice hides Hannah and Lucy inside a closet to keep them safe, then joins Peter to hold the barricade as it is being pushed from outside. Lucy leaves the closet to find a toy, which she discovers under the dining table and hides there, unable to return to the closet. Peter and Alice duck, nearly getting shot. They rush toward the hiding place of the kids but can't find Lucy, who is searching for her doll. An armored alien soldier breaks through the barricade and finds Lucy hiding under the table. The soldier pauses to examine her, which distracts him long enough for Peter to strike the soldier. This starts a fight between them, giving Alice time to move Lucy from under the table. The battle between Peter and the soldier continues, with the soldier gaining the upper hand and almost stabbing Peter in the face. Alice appears and hits the soldier continuously with a stick until he becomes unconscious. Peter picks up the soldier's weapon as the family leaves the apartment. They make their way to the rooftop, evading soldiers, and find Ray and his family already hiding there. They all watch in horror as people in another building are blown to pieces, hiding when a spaceship shines its light on their location. Realizing it's not safe to stay on the roof, Ray suggests using the building's external lift. After a few floors, the lift starts crumbling, but they manage to exit on another floor just in time for it to fall to the ground. Meanwhile, the soldier from Peter's apartment wakes up and uses the GPS on his weapon to track Peter and his family. As they plan their escape, Peter tries to bypass the biometric authentication on the soldier's weapon to use it for defense. He tells them that his factory has a basement that is like a fortress, but it is far away and people are still being killed on the ground. Alice suggests using the tunnels, which lead to the factory, and Samantha supports her idea. Just then, an explosion occurs, taking Ray's life. Megan, refusing to be held by Alice, runs to where Ray had been, searching for her father. Samantha follows her. Megan slips and nearly falls off the building, but Samantha grabs her. This draws the attention of a spaceship, which opens fire on them. Peter and his family rush out, also being shot at. Peter continues working on the weapon as they hide behind a corner, while 2 soldiers shoot at them. He jump-starts the weapon with a cable and uses it to kill 3 soldiers. They escape the building and witness a man being killed by soldiers. They also see other humans fighting the soldiers, who are then attacked by a spaceship. Peter and his family find the entrance to the tunnel. Peter opens it, calling for the kids to go in first. A frightened Lucy hesitates, drawing the attention of a spaceship. They manage to get inside before the spaceship opens fire, but Alice is shot in the stomach, causing distress among the kids. The soldier tracks them into the tunnel. Peter helps Alice walk as she directs them through the tunnel and asks him to protect the girls no matter what happens. Peter encourages her, and when they reach a safe distance, Alice says she needs to sit. The soldier appears and attacks Peter. Peter blinds the soldier by bursting a pipe, creating a fog of gas. He fires his gun into the fog, trying to determine if the soldier is dead. They fight again, and Peter subdues the soldier, damaging his helmet. Peter demands to know the soldier's identity. The soldier removes his helmet, revealing a human face, which shocks Peter. He demands the soldier's identity, but is soon notified that Alice has gone unconscious. Peter checks on Alice, and seeing that she needs urgent help, forces the soldier to carry her to the factory. He tries to open the door but can't, so he knocks, and the door is eventually opened. Armed men rush out, seizing Peter and the soldier until David, his boss, recognizes him. A gurney is brought out to take Alice for medical attention. A medic uses a taser-like device on her, which worries Peter until he is reassured that it's for her own good. Peter asks David how he seems so prepared for the invasion. David explains that the invasion has been expected for many years and tells Peter to focus on his wife and kids. As aliens start breaking through from above, David orders everyone to evacuate to a subway station where a transport train awaits to take them to an off-site base. Meanwhile, the soldier is dragged away to be killed. The medic informs Peter that Alice might not survive because her system is shutting down. The soldier then yells to Peter that he can save Alice. Peter is unsure but agrees to stay with the soldier to save Alice, handing his children over to David for evacuation. The soldier pierces Alice's injury, opens it up, and reveals an electronic system inside her stomach, which shocks Peter. The soldier explains that Alice isn't human but a human-like robot called a synthetic. He tells Peter that she needs an alternate power source, which happens to be Peter himself, in order to be saved. Peter is guided by the soldier as he cuts open his own chest with a pocket knife, revealing that he is also a synthetic. The soldier connects a cable between the 2 synthetics, and Peter passes out. He starts to remember his recurring dreams in detail, which he had thought were visions of the future but are actually memories from his past. Peter recalls that a war had broken out in the past because humans feared that android workers, or synthetics, might rise against them. The military attacked unarmed synthetics, and humans protested against their existence, treating them poorly. Peter remembers meeting Alice during the war. He punched a soldier who was trying to harm Alice and gave her a gun and other synthetics to defend themselves. The synthetics fought back, eventually driving all humans off the planet. Peter and Alice worked with David, Samantha, and other synthetics to send the humans away. They watched as the last of the humans flew away from the planet. David believed the humans might return, so they needed to be prepared. Peter and Alice find Hannah and Lucy, who are also synthetics, crying beside their dead human parents. They console the children and take them along for a new start. Peter recalls that he and his family, along with other synthetics, had agreed to erase their memories and assume human lives, unaware of their true nature and past. Peter wakes up, and the soldier, Miles, explains that it was his grandparents who were driven off the planet since he was not yet born. He tells Peter that humans have been living on Mars for 50 years. When Peter asks why Miles is being helpful, Miles replies that he had expected synthetics to be monsters, not families with children, and he didn't sign up to kill children. Alice wakes up and asks about the kids. Peter informs her that they are safe. The human soldiers breach the roof of the basement, and Miles warns them that they need to leave and that he will cover for them. Peter and Alice part cordially with Miles and set off to find their daughters. They rejoin the synthetics who are guarding the factory. Meanwhile, the girls refuse to board the train as they wait for their parents. David tries to persuade them to join the others on the train as it is about to depart, but they refuse and are taken by force. Alice and Peter exchange gunfire with the human soldiers as they run to catch the train. The soldiers follow them as the couple tries to evade capture. The couple finds their way to the station, only to discover that the train is already leaving. They chase after it, and as it stops, their daughters come running out to meet them. Their reunion is cut short when soldiers break through the door they had closed. The couple rushes towards the train while being shot at. They get on safely, and the soldiers who were pursuing them are wiped out. David realizes that Peter now remembers his past. He explains that, like Peter, the others had wiped out their memories to deal with the guilt of what they had done and to avoid living in fear. Only a few, like David, had kept their memories to stay prepared for what might come. However, everyone would now need to remember because the fight wasn't over yet. He tells Peter that they are heading to an underground shelter where they will strategize to reclaim their home, so Peter should be ready. Peter tells Alice that he thought he had lost her, and she apologizes for not believing him. Peter reflects that his kind and the humans are not so different after all as they look back at their destroyed home. Please like, share, and subscribe.